Welcome everyone, Scimitar here, and today we have a special video for Xbox One players who want to mod their Skyrim with everything best possible. Xbox One modding stage is not so big as PC, but still has a lot of amazing mods, and I'm here to show you. In addition, I also kept in mind the ridiculously small Xbox disk space limitation for mods, and so all the mods in this list are not only qualitative, rewarding and fun to play with, but also pretty lightweight, so even if you will install all 20 of them at once, you still will have plenty of space for other mods you like. Sounds good, right? And a little side note, don't worry that you will not see any quest mods in this video, because I will soon release a separate showcase directly about the best quest mods available for Xbox. Also, as I'm covering really a lot of mods in this video, each mod showcase will be pretty brief, so if you like them, you can check out corresponding videos on my channel for best magic mods, enemy mods, vampire mods and so on, where all the same mods highlighted here are getting much wider presentation. Well, 20 best and I would say essential mods for Xbox One. Let's go! Apocalypse Magic of Skyrim is the biggest and the best spell mod ever made in Skyrim modding history. It adds 155 spells, which are not only looking and working unique with their custom visuals and effects, but also greatly balanced and absolutely lore-friendly. All spells are also integrated seamlessly into the game. You can buy them from traders, find as loot, and enemy mages will also even use some of these new spells in their arsenal. Ordinator Perks of Skyrim. Ordinator is hands down one of the most essential mods for Skyrim, on the same level with mods like Unofficial Patch. As a perk overhaul, it is a pure masterpiece. First of all, it completely reworks dull and flat vanilla perk trees, improving basic perks and adding brand new ones, resulting in 400 perks in total. But the true power of Ordinator is an amazing synergy between different perk trees, which leads to simply endless amount of character builds, including a lot of unique and hybrid builds as well, which was absolutely impossible to achieve in vanilla. Wanna be a Dwarven Mechanist, Arcane Ranger, Thief that can literally transform gold into power, Elemental Monk, a Nightmare King and Dream Eater, a real spell sword, or maybe an absolutely unique mage build, or a pacifist speechcraft character. With Ordinator, you finally can do this. Wildcat, Combat of Skyrim. Definitely the best combat mod for Xbox One. Wildcat upgrades boring and plainly stupid Skyrim combat into something more dynamic and aggressive. Now you can't simply mash your enemy to death with the left click. Enemies will block, counter-attack you, try to corner you, and simply act more smart in general, thanks to improved AI. Wildcat also adds brand new features like injuries that can apply traumas to both you and enemies, attacks of opportunity, time block, realistic stamina cost for combat and other actions, improved settings for difficulty, and so on. Summer Mist, Enchantments of Skyrim. Enchantments is used by everyone, mages, warriors and thieves, but vanilla enchantment system was pretty, well, narrow, ending with just a pack of static improvements like static damage for weapons or skills attributes boost for armors. Summer Mist brings a revolution to enchantment system, improving and balancing vanilla enchantments and adding more than 100 of brand new enchantments, not only combat or protective, but a lot of utility ones as well, to satisfy even the most unique character build. Loot more items or gold, pull or push your enemies, drain their attributes, decrease damage taken at low health, heal allies passively with your armor enchantments, apply curses, poisons, diseases, catch your enemies in a magic cages or simply launch them in a stratosphere with your enchanted weapons. Now you can. Imperious, Races of Skyrim. The problem with racial abilities and standing stones in Skyrim was pretty notorious. Not all, but most of racial and standing stones passives were simply becoming almost useless in mid or endgame. Imperious overhauls all Skyrim races, their basic attributes and skills, but most important, racial skills, adding 3 regular powers and 1 unlockable ultimate power instead of dull vanilla ones, while still keeping them absolutely lore-friendly, and I would even say even sometimes more lore-friendly than vanilla had. Just a few examples. As a Nord, a tenacious warrior of Norse, besides frost resistance you can additionally increase, by the way, get more damage based on missing health. Also knowing Nords are pretty nationalist race, Nords each 10 levels 3 times can choose a race which they will inflict additional damage. As Orc, brutal, big and incredibly strong warrior relying on smithing skills, gain bonus movement speed and regeneration when entering combat, and also have increased stats of your armor and weapons. Once per combat, jump to stagger enemies around you. As a Khajiit, you have very fast movement speed, bonus to speed in general, and even faster speed when sprinting, at the cost of more stamina usage. And if you need to explore, get to your enemy fast and unnoticed, or vice versa, break the distance, you can make a power leaps for a big distance. Andromeda, Standing Stones of Skyrim, makes the similar changes but to all Skyrim standing stones, giving new passive and greater powers to each, making each standing stone abilities not only useful at absolutely all levels, but also much more suitable and important for character building. One of the most boring vanilla standing stones is given maybe the best comparison example with Andromeda. Remember the Warrior Storm, for example. In vanilla, it only made warrior-related skills to grow faster. Now it adds real warrior passive, bonus damage for power attacks and ranged attacks based on the distance of arrow flight. Greater Power, Star of the West, is an embodying of warrior tenacity. Once per day, you can revert your attributes and fortify them additionally by the amount restored, which literally means instant full heal and attributes fortifying for a short duration. And that's how Andromeda works with all other standing stones. It makes them really unique, really useful, and much more roleplay wise. Sacrosanct, Vampires of Skyrim. Vampires always was an interesting subject and of course, playstyle in games. Skyrim is not an exclusion, but vanilla vampire gameplay is pretty dull and not even very useful at a high level. No more. Sacrosanct is all-in-one vampire overhaul, all-embracive, qualitative, variety, fun to play, lore-friendly and absolutely lightweight. Improved source stages, each having unique pros and cons, dozens of brand new unlockable abilities for both vampire and human forms, and even unique vampire racial abilities, blood magic and new spells, age and ranks progression system, and even a vampire quest. Oh well, should I mention that Sacrosanct adds more than 30 vampire lore perks instead of vanilla 11. But what about werewolves? Yeah, we have some. Meet Moonlight Tales, Werewolf and Werebear Overhaul. First of all, it adds amazing system of werewolf skins with dozens of visual combination of body type, fur, skins and eyes color and even teeth meshes. It adds lunar transformations, new roar system, animations and sounds playable werebears, revert form and so on. It also adds a new perk system, but my personal recommendation is to use new and simply amazing Lupine mod. Place it after Moonlight Tales in lowered order, which adds more than 40 new perks and a revolutionary system of choosing your werewolf pass of ferocious strengths or agile underworld werewolf, Lupine. Mod also adds additional unique features like werewolf looting, changing house in combat and even werewolf armors. Now the dragons. Meet Diverse Dragons Collection, the best Xbox mod for dragons, which adds 28 completely new dragon species with 7 ranks of power for each, with custom visual appearance, 60 new breath attacks and 90 new unique abilities, seamlessly integrated into level lists. In addition to it, I strongly recommend to use Splendor mod from the same author that literally makes no dragon in your game looks the same by combining dragon's textures, resulting in more than 700 visual variants. Also, this author has a plenty of other great mods as well, so check out his whole profile. OBIS, Organized Bandits in Skyrim. Bandits are the most common enemies in Skyrim, but at the same time, one of the most less variative, not even saying that maximum level of bandit in vanilla is 26, making them absolutely worthless enemies pretty soon. OBIS adds more than 50 new bandit factions and types, and almost 2,500 bandits in total, logically placed in the world. You can meet hidden bandit assassins attacking you from behind in invisibility, bandit lords and bounty bandits, or rare and interesting cases such as bandit looters or bandit that scavenged dragon remains and made dragon-bone armors for themselves. With OBIS, your enemy part of the game will become fun and challenging as never before. You know what? I think you need a great companion for your adventure, and even if you don't like followers in general, Inigo is a guy who will change your mind completely. Hands down the best follower mod ever made for Skyrim. Inigo is a Khajiit who is not just a companion, he has own temper and goals and he's fully voiced, having, attention, more than 7,000 lines. Inigo is reacting and have thoughts on absolutely everything happening around you. Dungeons, in-game events and quest stages. He commands all your journeys and can even troll your other followers. Well, just take a brief look.
It is fatal to enter a battle without the will to win it. Something troubling you? I'm trying not to wet myself. Can we please just move along? This is bringing back bad memories for me. My scars itch in places like this. What do the dead do when they are not attacking us? I doubt they sing and dance. Maybe they practice their groaning. I hate these walking corpses. Good. Our time together is proving mutually beneficial, I think. I am glad to be by your side.
Skyrim is a huge world of exploration, but no matter what, you always return to cities again and again. So let's make these cities beautiful and fit in their real cities in their structure and architecture. Meet GK Skyrim, the most detailed towns and cities overhaul ever. Frostfall, Hypothermia Campaign Survival. With Frostfall installed, your surroundings and weather conditions finally will have an effect on you. You can catch freeze or even much more serious traumas if you will not wear warm clothing in cold regions. Freezing affects your movement and combat abilities, swimming in cold water will drain your stamina much faster, and warming hands near the fire will restore your heat balance. But don't worry, it adds comprehensive campfire and camping system so you can always gather resources and warm up in wilderness. Frostfall is the best mod for everyone who values immersion and survival realism. I need food, water and sleep. I need is the second best survival realism mod that adds hunger, thirst and a sleep needs to the game. Simple as that. Finally giving sense to eat, drink and rest. It's a great addition to Frostfall and together they make Skyrim a real survival experience. When you are hungry, thirsty or very tired, this will affect your attributes, giving you severe debuffs, but in return, when sated and rested well, you will have additional bonuses to stats, symbolizing that you are full of energy. Immersive Sounds Compendium. Amazing sound mod that overhauls almost every sound in the game, making it not just fitting the fantasy game better, but also giving a great variety to all sounds. Even a creature footsteps on different types of terrain will never sound the same. Well, just have a short demonstration. Are you tired from Lydia's never-ending "I'm sworn to carry your burdens"? Isn't that insulting that a mere city guard doesn't give you a proper respect as a world eater killer and Skyrim savior? Vanilla dialogue system is mostly, well, just flat. Relationship dialogue overhaul or just RDO changes that. Friends act more like friends, spouses talk like spouses, and rivals will have new lines as well. Followers have much more reactions in combat and so on. NPCs now will have much more to say as your in-game progression goes. They react on events and your in-game status. In total, RDO adds more than 5,000 new fully voiced lines. The Beasts of Tamriel. While the biggest and most in-depth creature mod for Skyrim, Immersive Creatures, is not available for Xbox, at least for now, but the Beasts of Tamriel is a great alternative. It is a big and a well-made creature add-on. It adds dozens of new creatures and monster species to Skyrim. Animals, new humanoid NPC races, Daedra, giants, Atronach, skeletons, werebears and chimeras. In addition, it greatly expands non-aggressive part of fauna, new critters, insects and so on. Royal Armory, new artifacts. Royal Armory is a simple but such a needed improvement, which is both weapon and immersion mod at the same time. It adds new unique looking items, mostly weapons, with unique and powerful enchantments to all important characters in Skyrim like Ulfric, General Tullius, Nilot, Maven Blackbriar and so on. These, on the first sight, simple additions give much more rewarding feeling when completing factions and other important quests, as well as challenging or stealing from named persons, making their existence much more valuable and you more motivated in your adventures. Huge part of in-game time, player spends exploring the depths of Skyrim dungeons, but after playing the game for such a long time after release, many of them already may be so familiar to you. Forgotten Dungeons adds 60 completely new dungeons of all types, bandit hideouts and necromancer's lairs, Nordic dungeons, Dwemer dungeons, small and huge. Some of that huge ones can give you a couple of hours to explore for real, and adds them in both Skyrim and Solstheim. Moreover, almost all of them support Radiant Quest system. The whole new branch of exploration begins with Forgotten Dungeons installed. But we also need to improve NPC presence on the road and wilderness, right? Populated lands road past legendary is what you need. It adds plenty of new NPCs wandering Skyrim, mercenaries, bounty hunters, traveling merchants with their bodyguards. Yes, you can trade with them, assassins who will try to hunt you down, pilgrims and wandering knights. All NPCs interact with the game world. They will fight bandits and monsters and then return to their route. Also, there is a series of similar mods from the same author, so you can also take a look at Civil War, forts, towers, places, cities, towns, villages, and dungeons, caves, ruins, add-ons. It's always good to have a bonus, right? That's why I want to heartily mention one more amazing and criminally underrated mod called Moral Loot Ultimate. This mod is a big change system to many Skyrim gameplay aspects, resulting into immersive, balanced and rewarding overhaul. Now, the rare items like glass, ebony and daedric will be really rare. It is harder to find them, you will not see bandits in full daedric sets at high level, which makes no sense according to lore. But these items are also better and so much more rewarding to find them. Enemy level scaling is rebalanced and many enemies now have static higher level to give classic RPG level zones feeling. The quest rewards artifacts are always in the best quality. It also introduces slower leveling, which greatly fits the modded game in general, and uncaps your skills to 125 instead of just 100, and weapon, armor, spells, multipliers are calculating this as well. It also rebalances alchemy and crafting to make these professions really worthy. This mod is not for everyone, yes, but its idea and quality are great, and if you're looking for better game balance, try it for sure. That's all for today, folks. I hope you found some new mods for your Xbox Skyrim today. Don't forget to enable channel notifications and join our Discord to always stay in touch. And if you want to support me and help me keep making informative content, take a look on my Patreon page. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Scimitar Gaming here, signing out.